Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. This is Spicy Milk. We got A Mile Productions and Kalmia here at the table today. And Kalmia, Paul.
Yeah, I'm Dylan.
I'm Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
And I'm Isaac.
I'm Jeremy.
My name's Bailey Sholin.
My name's Jacob, and behind me, eating a bowl of something, is say your name, sir.
No, you gotta introduce.
His name's Isaac. He's eating Waba Grill.
One and only.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is Spicy Milk. Johnny, you had a topic.
Yeah, no, I have a story really.
Okay.
All right, so one time, this is back in 2014. I know the dates, everybody. I mean, I was still old, but 2014, me, Isaac, and our buddy Jeremy were auditioning some people for a film, for one of our first short films. And I bring this up because Guillermo's name is Guillermo. And it's really hilarious. I love it. I say it all the time. I'm sure Jeremy still does. Jeremy, I know you're not listening, but Isaac, you say it. We were auditioning one guy, and we didn't tell him that he was the only guy to audition. His name was Peter. And Peter, you know who you are, but you're not listening. Anyway, so he's supposed to, do some lines, and then, kind of call it a day, audition. And one of his lines was, do this, do that, and then we get the heck out of Dodge, right?
Right.
And he's basically, he's heard something from somebody else, and it's like a crime thing, and he's like, all right, I'm going to take over this crime thing, and I'm going to, get the money. Easy as that. So this guy's an adult, he's 30-something, and he goes, it just makes me laugh every time I think of it. He goes, he does his lines, and he's getting serious about it, and he's like looking us in the eyes, and he's like blah 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 blah, I found this guy who's doing this gig, and it's gonna be a lot of money, and I need your help, and we're supposed to go, yeah, okay, cool, and he goes, okay, and once we get it done, we finish it up, and then we get the heck out of Guillermo, and then I go, okay, cut, what was that last thing? And he goes, oh shoot, I'm so sorry, No, let me go again. And I'm like, okay, which is funny because he's so apologetic to kids. We were 19 or something, whatever it was, and so he goes again, and it's not a lengthy monologue, but it's at least a 30-seconder to a 45-seconder, and so he gets back down and he gets serious again. And he's like, he does it a little different, which I kind of like. He's like, okay, so I found this guy, who's doing this gig and whatever. I just overheard it, and if you and me go into it, we get the money, blah blah blah. We get in, we get the heck out of Guillermo, Dodge, and that's what he did.
What?
Yeah, and then I'm like, dude.
Probably for like 30 minutes.
He did. No, he did it over. He never got it right.
That's such a far stretch.
Sure, but so I asked him. I'm like, yeah, we got every single time. He's like, okay.
Who's Guillermo?
Nobody knows.
Guillermo's right next to you. He's on your left.
Yeah, that's
No. So I asked him. I'm like, what is this Guillermo thing that you're saying? And he's like, I'm so sorry. It's from another skit that I'm auditioning for, and blah blah blah. And then I this is just me. I go like this in my head. I'm like, no, it isn't, because no, it isn't. Hey, Guillermo, nah. So he does it again, and he goes, okay, so blah blah blah. We're gonna get the heck out of Guillermo. Then he goes again. And he goes without like telling us, okay. And he's like, oh, we're gonna go get out of Dodge. And I'm like, okay, so let's do it again. And he's like, okay. He's focused on it this time, and he goes, blah, 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 blah. We're going to get the heck out of Guillermo, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow, dude, like, it's funny how you keep saying Guillermo. And he's like, yeah, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And blah. It was just so weird that, he's an adult man, 35.
Sometimes he would do it and not even notice, and we're like, dude,
you said Guillermo again.
Why? That's such a far disconnect of two different words, and people know the phrase, let's get the heck out of Dodge. Like,
yeah. But he didn't.
Hold on, if you have a monologue memorized, you're still not going to repeat that monologue over and over. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. And the heck out of Dodge. It's like basically saying, easy as pie.
Yeah.
But he's going, it's easy as Guillermo. Not saying that you're easy, Guillermo. Thank you. Easy on the eyes, baby.
Actually, we've had people audition in a technical sense, but we've never auditioned really in person before. We should have. Yeah, 100% we should have.
Why do you say that?
Be specific, Bob.
In Swirl or Pearl Man or The White Lake, have you guys ever had an actor flub a line, but you still keep it in the film?
There's only one line in Swirl. I think he just says fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
In Swirl, there's only one line. Yeah, there's no
Oh, okay.
dialogue.
Have you done that, Dylan?
Well, I mean, we've done that with our short film Who. Do you want to tell it? Or
I don't know what you're talking
the
about.
Monte Cristos. So in Who, well, okay, so have all of you guys
Well,
seen?
tell them that
Well,
the
by the way,
boss will think that.
Who
Yeah.
was made by Kalmia Productions.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, damn
Yeah,
right.
I'm not
We have no part of that. No association whatsoever.
But you guys have all seen Iron Man 2. You know Sam Rockwell's character.
Mhm.
There's a scene where he says, "These are the what's the line again? These are the
See, these are the Cubans, baby.
yeah the Monte Cristos," and he's talking about Abyssal.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be funny to throw that into Who, but
Hey, why don't you
the
stop?
actor that we got,
It was the doctor, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that plays the
He's
doctor.
a terrific actor.
Yeah, super great actor. And yeah, he drove all the way down from Escondido on like last minute. I mean, he was supposed to be there at 12, but he didn't realize that until like 2 p.m.
Oh, that sounds like Isaac.
But tell
That's
me
me,
about it.
baby.
But when he did the line, he kept saying Monte Crystals.
Yeah.
And we had so many
Monte
takes of him
Crystals.
saying that we thought it'd be funny to throw that in there.
Just leave
And
it.
just,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just in there
It's more
now.
natural that way. It's like
Yeah.
people make mistakes.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, but like he says it with
Over
such
and over.
With
yeah,
such confidence.
such confidence.
Yeah.
Like, Monte Crystals, and he's an older gentleman, you know, so you'd think, you know, he's been around a while, that you would know, Richard.
Yeah. He's
So-
he's an older man.
yeah.
No, one of my favorite lines from one of our least quality films, Undercover Pizza Delivery Boy, is Guillermo. I don't remember if you improv'd it, but it was when me and you were having our dialogue out in the middle of this field, and you're like, "We gotta bust some nuts and get at it."
I think that was really.
Yeah, was that written or did he improv that? Because I could not keep a fucking straight face when he was saying that shit. I was dying.
Bust some nuts.
Bust some nuts and get at it. Yeah, bust some nuts and get some great dialogue. I want to be in commercials. Being in a commercial would be fun. I feel like.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on what the commercial is and what you do.
I know he's against commercial work.
Hate commercial
I-
work.
Yeah.
am too. Like I don't like.
You're good.
I know a lot of people do like real estate videos and
Oh yeah.
commercial
that's-
work like that. I just think that
Fighting
stuff
words.
is soul crushing.
Yeah. A guy with the initials JB is to one to bring up.
Yeah, Johnny Bouchard.
Johnny Boucher.
Not like that at all.
Wait, is that an actual person that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
Johnny Bouchard.
Who's that?
It's him.
What?
My name is Johnny Bouchard Legnard V, and I'm here to kill you. Hey, I'm Dog Dick. What's up? What's good?
No, don't
So how'd you come
dog
up with this?
dick.
I'm gonna come
What?
up.
How do you come up with that?
What dog,
Dog
dick?
dick.
I think we were talking about dog penises.
Mm.
Oh.
No. I was actually saying, yeah, Dog Dig. Yo, Diggy Dog, which is from Shark Tale.
Why do you know Shark Tale quotes?
Why do I know any
Hey, please
quotes?
do.
Yeah, please
What?
do that little scene. Yeah.
Shark Tale is a dog shit movie.
No, it's a great shit movie.
Why?
There's
really
no
good.
dogs in it. There's fish.
Well-
It's a really good monologue.
What?
Eat
Hey.
the shrimp.
No, Pops, I'm not gonna eat the shrimp. No, yeah, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you now. Eat the shrimp.
Oh, no, just really quick. I thought I've got a little fella who I just took care of, and he's lost his reward. And he said, yes, his regiment is actually up here, and he's fairly happy. And I'm working 2 jobs to put bread on the table. And the look at that guy's little face makes it worth it in the end. True story.
That's when he goes, I'm not asking you anymore. I'm telling you. Eat the shrimp.
No, have mercy.
Eat it. No, Pop, no. Eat it. No, Pop, no. And then he lets him go, and he says,
You're a good person.
and then he looks over at Robert De Niro, and he goes, and then Robert De Niro, the shark, goes,
No one can see what you're doing.
well, they can feel it.
Why do you know Shark Tale so well?
Ask me anything.
I hate Shark Tale.
Yeah.
I
Why do
love
you hate
Shark
it? What's
Tale.
wrong with it?
It's just a bad movie.
What's bad about
The
it?
animation is weird.
Yeah, it has.
Doesn't matter. The story is amazing.
It hasn't aged well.
The story is
not
amazing.
good.
The story is
not
amazing. It's a
good.
fish. It's a fish that attacks sharks. You tell me what fucking fish does that, and I will be
It's
cool
a
with
fucking
you.
Will Smith cash grab. You
Yes.
cannot tell me it's not a Will
Yeah.
Smith.
But
cash
that's
grab.
okay. And Will Smith is going like this.
What
Yeah, what's
director
up?
makes-
I'm getting some money.
What director makes a cameo in that? What?
It's Scorsese.
Yeah, it's Scorsese. Scorsese.
Yeah.
He plays a pufferfish.
Yes.
Oh, does he really?
Yes.
Oh, I did
Why?
not know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
So
the
there's
shark
good filmmakers
dipped
and
his butt.
That doesn't mean it's a good movie. You're gonna consider
Robert
Will
De
Smith a
Niro.
good
Well,
actor.
well, okay, look at this.
Yeah.
Wait, really quick. Do you not like Will Smith as an actor?
No.
Why
Not as a
not?
whole. There's definitely good things he's been in. There's
Yeah.
definitely good things, but
I am
I
Legend,
think-
man.
I think he's gone so far to try to get Oscar bait.
Yeah.
Everything he's in is Oscar bait for the
I mean,
most
I
part.
think he's more of like a summer movie blockbuster
Yeah,
kind of
he's-
thing because
he's-
like he's not on the same level as like a Joaquin Phoenix or a Daniel
No,
Day-Lewis,
no,
but
absolutely
he
not.
he can
Do-
deliver
Lewis is up there. but
basic
whatever.
dialogue and have fun with it.
Yeah, do I think he's a terrible actor? No. Do I think he's a good actor? No.
Mhm.
Like he's on the same spectrum in my eyes as Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I agree.
He's
Interesting.
he's a popular face
Yeah, yeah.
that
Yeah.
people see and they go, if we put him in the movie, people are gonna watch it.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
true.
I have to disagree just because I think Dwayne the Rock Johnson. You know, I don't think he's a great actor in any means. But
I'm telling him. I'm telling him. He said that.
You work
Well,
out with
he's-
him?
just
he's
cut
gonna
that out
hear
then.
this.
Cut that out then. Just cut that out then.
Surely.
Anyway, no. But I think Will Smith. I don't think he's a great actor. I think he can be good. I don't think he allows himself to be good. I've
Yeah.
seen performances from him. I've seen there's literally one performance that I can think of. It sounds crazy to say, but it's in Fresh Prince where an actor friend of mine showed me. He's like, oh, you gotta check this out. Am I right? And basically, I don't remember what happens, but he basically breaks down and cries
It's
in
a
that
scene,
moment.
yeah,
yeah.
it's a scene where he's talking about his dad.
Yeah,
His
okay.
dad actually left him.
Oh, okay, but that's fine. That's fine. He's still being able to bring it in, and you know,
Yeah.
I mean, people do that all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, he can be good,
I am
but
Legend,
he just doesn't. he
7
just.
pounds.
Well,
he just doesn't allow himself to go there, mainly probably because
Tale.
Shark Tale. Exactly. You're finally coming around.
that's what it is.
No, one of the first. See, I'm a big supporter of Will Smith for the most part.
Sure.
I like him. He's not terrible. He's just I don't think he's as great as an actor as that people praise him
Yeah.
to be.
No, I
nor
agree.
Nor does I feel like he think he is. I feel like
Yeah.
he's like
I don't think anyone's praised him.
A lot of
I just
people
hear
are-
people
I don't know,
shitting
he-
on him all the time.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he got a lot of praise for Aladdin.
Oh my God, yes.
Wait,
Jesus.
that's a
Can
joke,
we
right?
just
That
talk
is a
about
joke.
The casting of that. I mean, like.
I don't
I thought the casting aside from Will Smith was good.
Yeah, but
And
the
it made
writing
sense.
was absolutely terrible.
I mean, the writing is just taking the original movie and then adding a couple extra scenes
Yeah.
and songs.
You're saying that Will Smith was bad in it?
No, I
Um,
think he was good with what he was given.
It looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Aladdin was wearing a wig the whole time.
Yeah, it did. He had really fake hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
It looked like they filmed the play.
that was wait. Did you watch the movie? Oh, then you should know that was one of his wishes. Like that was like one of his first wishes is a new head of hair.
Yeah.
Is it
No, he
really?
did not.
Yeah,
Why?
because
he was balding. He was a kid and he was balding.
yeah, he's just a balding.
He's like, this Widow Peak sucks.
Yeah.
I can't get
No,
laid.
is that for real?
No,
That's not real.
in the movie, Aladdin's big dilemma in the first act is that he's balding and that he does.
I don't believe.
I don't believe that.
It's not true.
Well, have you guys seen it? Then just take my word for it.
It's not
Did
true.
you see it, Jay?
What, Aladdin?
Yeah.
I watched bits and pieces.
Oh, come on, you just like
Yeah, I mean-
or the casting.
Well, no, I watched a good like 45 minutes of the film. I think Jafar looked really weird. His character
Yeah.
design and the actor they chose, but also like Will Smith. As this is the problem is when you're trying to replace an old iconic film and you're
Yeah.
trying to replace it with modern day stuff. It's not gonna have the same feeling. It's not gonna have that
Yeah,
same
yeah.
feeling of amazement the first time seeing it and seeing the story for the first time.
Yeah.
And you know, with I remember when they first announced that they were making a live action, everyone was immediately just like, you know, defending Robin Williams, like you can't do this because of Robin Williams. Which, granted, I feel like Robin Williams would be like, yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like its character is so changed.
But also, who cares?
But who cares?
Bird.
It's a fucking movie.
Well,
like, I
I-
get it. It's a
I have
Disney
a-
movie.
In the ground.
I have a crazy story about Robin Williams actually,
Well-
which is when I was living in LA.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, really quick. Every day, I mean, this is more relevant to the time that it actually happened, but every day I would drive to work, and I only lived, you know, from here to the dirt road down there, really. But I would drive to work, and every day I would be on my way. There'd be the stoplight. I would stop at it every single time because it'd be red. And there's a homeless guy. Okay, there's a homeless guy who stands at a bus stop every single time I see him there. Now I've seen him everywhere in Studio City, but I see him here all the time, right? What this homeless guy, I mean, this guy is gone. His brain is fried and everything. He's walking in the middle of the street, and you literally have to like drive around him to get. I mean, he doesn't know what's going on.
There's traffic coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So one time, I'm driving to work and I'm at that stoplight and I just see him at the bus stop. Just he has a belt in his hand, just whipping the bus stop. I've never seen anybody more aggressive in my entire life. Like you watch Animal Planet, you watch those tigers eat that's nothing compared to what he's seeing the devil and he's letting him have it, right? With his whip my hair back and forth, just anyway. So I'm like, wow, that's so insane. So I tell my buddy who I'm living with, Jeremy, and I'm like, yeah, I just saw the homeless guy that we all know. I'm just slapping the thing, crazy. And he's like, wow, that's crazy. And then he sees him too. And then one day he comes back and he goes, holy shit, I saw him do the same thing. The belts just going, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, no, I have a name for him now. And I'm like, what? And he goes, Robin. And it took me a day to get it because I won't usually when people tell me
Oh fuck! Is it because of the belts?
Yeah.
God damn it! God damn it! That's so fucked up.
Yeah, because those of you who don't know, Robin Williams killed himself with a belt.
Well, I was gonna say earlier that
How hard did you whip yourself to die?
No.
he choked himself.
Okay. Oh my god. No.
I'm anti-PC,
No,
by the way.
but earlier I was gonna say that I really think that the performance that Will Smith gave as Genie would genuinely leave Robin Williams all choked up.
Yeah, he would turn around in his grave or however you say that.
Yeah, he would twist around in his grave. Yeah.
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 Turnover is.
Yeah, turnover in his grave.
Yeah.
Roll. Turn. Roll.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would Mrs. Doubtfire his grave.
No.
No,
He wouldn't doubt his fiery grave. Oh
It's
shit.
not landing, Johnny. It's not landing.
Yeah, but the fiery grave thing, that means he's in hell now.
Well, yeah, he committed suicide. So if there is
Sure.
a hell, he's in
Sure,
hell.
he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see him there.
Saying
Hold on.
good morning,
Shit.
I
Vietnam.
know that.
If there's a Christian hell, he's in hell
Why?
because he killed himself.
I mean,
Just stop.
True.
God knows everyone's heart, so you never know. Like, he can go like this, you know what? No, I do know what you've done before all this. And he goes like this, well, hey, does all that crazy.
He's
and
like,
he
look
goes,
how funny I am.
Yeah.
God's like, get in here, you bastard. That's the only way you got to happen. But if you're a shitty person, you kill yourself. It's just
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to say this one more time. I know that I'm too late, but I'm going to say it one more time. Robin Williams goes, knock, knock. And then God goes, who's there? And he goes like this. And then God's like this. All right, come on then.
God damn it.
That's funny. I'm going to use that again.
It didn't land very well. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Smartest one here.
Smart. How was your workout, Isaac?
Can you tell?
What?
Can you tell how good it was?
No.
Wait, so
I'm basically ripping out of the shirt.
Well, the shirt's already ripped.
It's probably because of all the ice cream, but
Yeah.
That's I just do what The Rock tells me.
You know you look like
The
Jack
Rock?
Like size wise.
No.
I know that's a compliment. I like Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack
He's among the best. I gotta say, I've
Yeah.
never gotten that in my life.
But you know who you do sound like?
That's right.
Wreck-It Ralph.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, someone said that to him before. And he looks like Boss Baby.
That's right. Hey, one kid came up to me one time. He's like, this,
You look like, and I'm like, what? And he's like, you look just like Boss Baby. I'm like, the cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon baby.
Why? Because I have blue eyes and blonde hair. That's it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's like perfect. On the fucking spot.
Yeah. You look just like Boss
I
Baby.
used to when I was slim and in shape. I used to look a lot like Shia LaBeouf from Holes. I
Oh,
had
hilarious.
curly hair, and I used to get called it like every day when I was in high school. And so I was at the studio, and this family came in, and this mom was like, "You look like someone. you look like someone. Who do you look like? I'm not fucking telling her because I'm not gonna feed it to her. I don't want to be called it again.
Yeah.
And I'm dressed exactly how I don't have my hair out. I'm fat now. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't really get called it. And like mid-sentence, she's like, you look like Shia LaBeouf. I'm like, fuck me, man. I'm like, God damn it.
Did she say okay?
No, she
Wondering.
didn't, sadly. I've never been known by a mom at work before.
Can you grow facial hair?
No.
You can't?
I mean, like stubble, but like not like your beard. No.
I didn't before I went to the gym. Like I really.
Well, yeah, it's just a testosterone.
Yeah. No, I don't take anything, but like I started lifting really heavy.
No, I know, and your body starts producing more testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a film podcast, not a workout podcast. You
So I was really getting interested for a second.
He's like, me muscle man. You only talk about muscles.
Let's talk about food and stuff, guys.
Yeah. How much protein have you had today?
What's your carb intake?
Yeah. Oh my god. Any stories that you guys are working on right now?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we have a couple of things.
We're always working on stuff. We're very mysterious like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, well,
What's
no,
that
I
from?
can tell how mysterious you guys are because, like, the view ratio on your YouTube video.
Exactly.
I can tell how.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're paying attention to that.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I was the only one.
I actually don't because I
Like 12.
17.
Oh, it's
No.
Yeah,
I was overshooting.
Yeah.
It's grossly overshooting to make us sound better. Yeah. No, we got
People are
about
listening to this.
how many?
Yeah.
Well, nobody right now because it's not live.
Yeah, there's
Well, no, I'm
six
zoning
people.
out.
Yeah.
What?
I'm
So
not really listening.
about 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 3 of us will listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, us.
I'll hear it when I edit it, and that's it.
Yeah.
If I even edit it, I don't even.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
You guys read that dumbass script I sent you?
Yes, I did, and kind
The,
of. Actually, I did, but
Are you talking about the CPU messenger?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
No.
I did, and I had a hard time
Because I
understanding.
said it's a dumbass script and you kind of.
No, I wanted. That's what made
Well,
me
no,
want to read it more.
You explained it to me, and then I figured like, oh, I don't need to read this.
I read it. I was gonna sit down and take notes. I sat down, but I didn't take notes because I was like, holy shit. Well, first of all, I need to get an English to Greek dictionary, and then now, thank you. That was an okay laugh. That sucked that you would laugh like that though. And there we go. Perfect. Exactly how I wanted it to happen. But no. I did read it and something with I'll be honest. I am fuzzy on it. So if you do want to talk about it, yeah. There's a guy at the end that turns out to be the thing that's messaging him, who's in the hood.
Oh. Yeah.
Fucking spoilers.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I
Oh yeah.
was-
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was just gonna copy his notes and send them to you.
Just write them differently.
Yeah, just paraphrase them slightly.
Can I copy your notes?
Yeah.
You're just gonna do them out of order. Okay, so number 1 will be 3rd.
Yeah. How long ago did you read it? You're fuzzy.
I read it this morning. That's not even a joke. No, so I'm reading it, okay, and then there's the stranger, right? Okay, I'm reading stranger. Okay, so Kimberly or whatever her name was, and okay, hey, yeah, what's going on? No, I don't know who you are. Okay, you don't know who I am. Okay, that sucks. Blah blah blah. And then I'm taking that she's a computer programmer. No, she's actually a real person that died or something.
I don't really know.
What do you mean you're?
And we'll be right back.
Yeah. Let's cut to the bathroom microphone.
It's Isaac. What's going on, guys? So basically, what we got here is toilet paper.
Just swatting at it like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I like to start with is Gene and his couple read.
I was gonna
Yeah.
let other people read it and kind of decide for me whether she's a computer programmer.
Oh,
and then
shit.
I was gonna write.
I would say that yeah, she is a computer program.
I wouldn't want her to be a computer program, though.
No,
I-
she's not.
person.
Okay, yeah, but that's because she
She's
died.
like a
or
ghost,
whatever.
you know, right?
Oh, she's a ghost in the shell. Great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
No, but she is a real person?
Yeah.
Okay. I do like that then. I like that better than her being a piece of.
I was just a guy watching him, I guess. I don't know. I just
One of the
guy watching him, I guess.
one of the ideas. One of the ideas for a set piece that we had for that film, right? I more or less I showed him, and I was like, "Hey, we should do this." Was I saw these pictures on Reddit of like people's like super ghetto computer setups. And this one guy has a computer build that he's tied strings to and thumbtacked to the ceiling. So all these computer parts are hanging from the ceiling.
It's like all suspended.
And it's all suspended right above him. And I thought how cool that would be with like lighting hitting all the parts. And
would
you
be
could see
sick.
it all
Yeah.
shimmering and everything. You know, we were talking about something like that. I also saw a guy who made a laptop out of a pizza box. So
Interesting.
I know some people that could use that.
I heard. Really quick, I got a question then.
Okay.
A piece of equipment that you want to have that you can't afford.
Oh fuck.
One piece.
One piece that we could probably afford if we put money aside for is a follow focus, an electronic follow focus.
Like a wireless one?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
I actually was looking at one on Amazon the other day. It's like $300.
Really, I wouldn't trust it.
Oh, really?
For $300?
How much were the ones that...
Entry level ones are like, well, of what I've seen at least, entry level ones that I've seen are around like $800, and they can range anywhere from $800 to like $3,000. Some have like built-in monitors with them.
Yeah.
Granted, but I mean that's something that like if we put money aside we could get. But I mean I think definitely would be like a camera upgrade. You know what I mean? Like definitely looking to get a more expensive camera. But it's shocking how much of a price jump that camera quality takes when you're talking about cinema cameras. You're looking at the Blackmagic, Pocket 4K or the Pocket 2K, whichever one you have.
Which that's what you guys used on White Lake.
We used the Pocket 4K, yeah. And it's insane how that camera is what $2,000, but then you like the next step from a Blackmagic realistically is Red. There's really no in between.
And here's I gotta talk on this because I think this is something that I feel something with a passion is that I don't think. Once you have, let's say, a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera or something like that, or if you have whatever you're shooting on, whether it be like a Canon 5D or something like that, I personally do not think upgrading the camera is a good idea, nor is it gonna help your movies. I think here's what I'm saying. If you're going to I'm gonna take on a feature film or whatever, I would rent. And the reason I say that is because they're always getting new cameras. They're always pumping them through.
How the industry works.
Yeah. But in all, I think personally the best camera on the market for independent filmmakers being like us, people who have a hard time affording things and stuff, would be the Pocket Cinema camera. For 6K. Just because it offers so much for such a small price, right? And then moving anywhere after that, in my opinion, is you're just spending money now because you're still going to be telling the same story. Whereas perhaps, and this is just me speaking, but perhaps we should be focusing more on how we're going to be telling that story in other means, whether it's taking our script somewhere else for someone like Randy or something like that to read it. Or investing more money in locations, or investing more money in set design, or even actors, if you know what I mean. But stuff like that, because I'll just say this right now is that the only people, again in my opinion, who are watching a movie and going like this, oh shit, I wonder what camera they're using, is us.
It's us.
My dad is watching the movies and going like this. He's going like this. Oh, cool car.
Yeah.
100%. He doesn't give a shit if whatever it's filmed on. He'll go like this. He'll go, if it's shot 720 or something, he'll go, I think either I need glasses or, if not, if it's 1080 and up, he'll go like this. This is a cool movie. It doesn't matter to him. He's not seeing that. Other people like us will. I
want to ask you guys, do you show you guys your parents your films?
I don't.
I know that you guys don't live with your parents. I still live with my parents.
Johnny's dad was at last year's Elevate.
My dad and mom.
He was sitting. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
My family showed up to the last Elevate as well.
Okay.
Johnny's dad was sitting very front
in the
row
very front row,
wearing overalls.
And that's a funny story. Is first of all, I'll show them if. I guess I don't necessarily go out of my way to show them, but like usually if we make something, we'll have some type of showing, right? And then I'll go, you should come if you want to see it, I don't send it to them because I don't think that they're really gonna understand it. My mom is a huge supporter in what I do. Like, oh, it's really cool. She doesn't really delve too deep into it, nor does my dad. My dad is like construction for 40 years. He's just like, get a real job. Why are you going to play make believe? That's what he calls it, make believe.
Oh God.
And I'm like, yeah. But he came to Elevate, which is hilarious. and he gets off work really late, so he shows up from work, and he shows up really late, and I mean like after the first 2 movies had played, right? And he calls me, and we're sitting down, we're sitting where you guys are sitting, and he calls me, and I'm like, oh, there he is, man, what's up? And he's like, hey, I'm in the theater, I don't know where you guys are at, and I'm like, I look back up there, and he's the only guy in overalls up there, and I'm like down here, and he's like, right, everything's taken except for the first one, and he sits in the first row, right, the very first row in the center, and he's just watching it, right, and then Pearl Man comes on, and we used his car for Pearl Man, right, and which he doesn't know, but he doesn't care, but when the car comes up to a stop where the view is, I literally see him go like this. And he's taking a picture, yeah. So that was so funny. But like, yeah, no. When we made Night Watchers, that's still his favorite film, probably the only film that he really remembers. But that he's ever seen. He's like, you got to send me that link again because I got to send it to my friends, whatever. I'm like, Dad, just use the old link. It's the same damn link, you know. We don't text a lot. We're on the phone, you know. Yeah. So or just here's how you get to it. He's like, no, just send it to me. So he likes them. They like them, but I just think. Yeah, when it comes to, am I going to show them? I just say, show up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
That's how
I
see it.
think the last Elevate, all 3 of our families showed up. Yeah, because I know your family showed up, it was pretty cool. The last one was really cool because it was a lot larger. You know.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
we got to use like the full projector and the Dolby surround and everything, which is really cool. It was a really cool experience, especially like seeing it in that quality because I watched the Pearl Man on I watched it last night on my TV screen. It looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
In comparison to what it looked like on the theater.
Oh yeah, and the surround sound was awesome too.
The sound design that Bailey did was amazing. And you really need to take into consideration when you're listening to. You got to put like headphones on, you know, in order to fully enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents were kind of the same. My dad watches. Have you watched Six Underground on Netflix?
No.
Bye.
Do you know that?
I watched 2 minutes of it. I watched 2 minutes of it, and I was like this.
Choose your next words very carefully.
My dad watches that film probably at least
Obsessed.
twice a week. I'm not joking. And I don't think it's an absolutely terrible film. I think it's it's Michael Bay, right?
It's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I think it's one of his worst films.
Okay,
Compared to like Transformers, like he was like, I
Yeah.
want to do action, but you know, what's that? I liked the first Transformer. Get him a beer.
I did too. It's a fun movie.
I like the first, but there's so much awkward sex scenes
In the first one?
Six Underground.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
what's this movie called again?
Six Underground.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah, big
Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds.
Oh wait, is that the one where he's buried in a box?
that's Barry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's
specific.
it's a decent movie, but he watches it like, and so like I'll show him like the films that we make, or I'll show him your guys' films, and they're like, you know, they watch it and they just kind of stare at the screen for the next 20 minutes as I play it, and then they're like, yeah, that was cool. Can you put 600 Ground back on? And you know,
what Dad say about Pearl Man is like, would've been cool if you know, there was a scene where it just chased after him, you know.
yeah,
That's great.
Explosion or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like my
car
dad. Yeah.
chasing. You should have the Pearl Man driving a car.
Yeah.
Trying to talk shit on my dad.
What does your dad do for a living?
My dad was law enforcement.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
He
yeah,
just
that's right.
recently retired. So yeah, the car chase stuff. My dad's
Sure.
a huge car guy.
Yeah.
He was really stoked to see the Dodge Dart in the
Oh,
Pearl
hilarious.
Man though. He was like, oh, that's a nice Dodge Dart.
Yeah.
You know,
That guy's got the right idea. Taking a picture.
You know, my dad kept asking me, he's like, what year is it? I'm like, Dad, I don't fucking know. It's not
74.
mine."
Tell him.
Is it a 74?
74.
Okay, because he has parts for it.
Oh,
He has
hilarious.
interior parts for your car.
You were telling me actually about this before. You
Yeah.
said, oh yeah, it's like honey gold or something. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. 'Cause
You were
it's-
fanboying. Yeah.
It's the same honey gold that my Cornet 500 is supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're going to film the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I always feel like a little. You know, when I show my parents like a film that we made or that you guys made or that we
Yeah.
worked on together, like even a skit, I always feel like a little kid going in front of his parents and being like, look what I can do.
Totally,
Look what
yeah.
I can
Totally.
do. And they sit and they go, good job. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, bye now.
Sure,
Go back to your
sure.
room. You know, I'm like, oh man.
Well,
Do what I do and don't
I-
show them.
Yeah.
I think that like my mom has been super supportive. I can't really show my dad stuff because he's in prison. But I mean, I've
He's
sent
getting
him.
vaguely brought
Can
up.
you imagine he's just like listening to it in prison, saying, "Fuck that boy."
Yeah,
Right,
he's
though.
listening
Right.
to it on his his little hidden flip phone.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
His little PJs.
No, they have
Yeah,
the clear
yeah.
plastic televisions. It's all
Oh
clear
yeah,
plastic,
yeah,
so you
that's
can see
right.
the internals,
No, I think
yeah.
you're thinking of X-Men.
No, that's actually.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but I mean I've sent him scripts before, but he's never mentioned anything about them. Like I'll send him a script and
Sold them.
So-
He's
yeah,
like, you sent me a really long letter. I'm not gonna read it.
yeah.
The toilet paper was really rough.
Yeah, but
The toilet paper I got Dylan, it's like
it's a fat stack.
But you got toilet paper for Dylan?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like
the
90
Hudson strips.
pages.
That's funny.
93.
93
Yeah, it's made out
pages.
of actual cardboard too.
It's like
Yeah.
cardboard
Yeah.
paper from Staples. I
What's this one
accidentally
called?
paid.
Just slabs of marble.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
I don't have a good name for it. Sounds stupid.
That's what it's called? Sounds stupid?
oh,
No.
it's like that
But,
song. Say something.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Hey, you know what?
You're
What
like
is,
a cholo.
yeah, but
Yeah.
what is this from? Ready? What is this from? Hey, you'll get your apology the day a monkey comes up my butt. Oh!
Well, how convenient, because that's today.
Scary movie?
No.
I feel like it's a Wayans
He knows it.
joke.
What's that?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right. He's right.
Yep.
No.
No,
No,
Oh,
he
is it Ace Ventura?
No, the one he becomes God.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Bruce Almighty.
That counts, that
Yeah,
counts.
yeah.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah,
Let's
that
talk
counts.
about Jim Carrey for a second. Can we talk about Jim Carrey for a second?
Alright.
Actually, yeah, sure.
I really like Jim Carrey.
I
think he's
absolutely
funny.
adore Jim Carrey through
Did
and through.
Did you watch the Jim and Andy?
I did not.
documentary?
One where he was like
It's when he was shooting Man on the Moon.
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw
that was
that.
really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
he's really deep into his
kinda-
character.
I
He's-
thought
He's a psychopathic
yeah.
murderer, but so what?
I do think that he, how do I put this?
Has lost it.
I mean,
it.
I
That's how
think
you put it.
You think he's full of himself?
I think that saying all this stuff
Yeah.
about like Andy's spirit taking over him is a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that he's kind of using that or used that as an excuse to kind of be an asshole on set. Because like he like if you watch the documentary, like he crashes a car, like
Yeah.
he
I've seen it.
wait, what?
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure,
Like
why
he crashes a car, like he just
He just does a bunch of dumb stuff.
yeah, he does a bunch of stuff that like as
How about when he meets the parents?
oh yeah, I thought that was a
What is-
little bit
I don't
so
remember.
so basically like he's playing Andy Kaufman, you know.
Right,
that?
right. I've seen it. I've seen the
And oh, he's
documentary.
okay, and
Yeah.
the scene when like he meets Andy Kaufman's family.
I don't remember.
When he's
Main
like
character, and he won't
and he's-
break character.
Oh yeah.
And
That-
he
that-
pretends that he's Andy basically, and he's like channeling him.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I
Are
thought
you joking?
That's
like I don't know if it were me like because like there's like
Dude,
s-
it's
shots
in a
of
second, dude.
yeah there's
Sure.
like shots of like like Andy Kaufman's sister hugging Jim Carrey and I don't know if my brother
They-
died and
yeah.
some actor was portraying him I wouldn't accept him as like oh yeah you can be my brother.
Yeah, but they
I
liked
just-
it.
How long
Yeah.
ago was that?
Yeah,
You
which
liked
is even
it?
more unfortunate.
That was
Just like seeing him
It was
again.
I think that was like
Like that.
I think that was in like the early 2000s or like
Yeah,
late
so
90s.
that was quite a while ago. So the thing with Jim Carrey that this is my perception, of course. I'm not trying to speak for him or anything, but in the 90s, Jim Carrey was like the idol of comedy. He
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
pinnacle of comedy in most 90s. You're looking at Cable Guy, you're looking at Ace Ventura, you're looking at all those movies where he was like the center hyper focus of comedy at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I feel like he got so deep into being Jim Carrey. It wasn't him being himself, it was him being Jim Carrey. What people
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about Jim Carrey. And so when he was filming that film, now granted I have not seen the documentary, so I can't speak much about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I feel is that in modern day, like now, I'm talking like in the past couple of years, he has kind of figured out who he actually is now, and he's being comfortable in his own skin.
I think of it more as like he's figured out a new persona.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, cause like,
Well, actor's gonna act. Huh?
yeah, like
No, no, no.
actors
I
act.
honestly see it more like this. He went like this. He went like this. That's his mind. He went like this. He walked around, did something, came back, and was like, "Fuck."
Oh, really? Because I see it.
And he
more
lost
like
it.
For those of you who can't see, he's pretending to give himself fellatio.
Yeah.
For Jim Carrey. No, but I feel like I don't know the way I mean like granted like some of the things that he say can come off as sometimes pretentious.
Yeah, yeah.
And like kind of full of himself, but at the same time, yeah, you know, it kind of sounds like Bailey. But
Oh, yeah. Some of the things he say sound pretentious.
yeah.
Some of the things you say sound pretentious.
Some of the things I say sound pretentious.
But what is it that
Like
Jim
he
Carrey
said.
says that's pretentious?
Well, like, it's yeah, I just felt yeah. No, it's like I don't. I mean, some people can perceive it as pretentious, like how he's like perceiving his art and how he talks about.
Oh no,
like,
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with
person now.
pretentious, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I feel like he's kind of just overplaying that same Jim Carrey character because
Yeah,
his
yeah.
characters in most of those films are not him playing character; it's him playing Jim Carrey.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I agree.
Yeah, and so I feel like he's kind of like trying to figure out, or he's trying to be who he wants to be at this point. Like he just wants to be himself now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
I don't know
granted,
about
we could,
that. Go on.
that's the thing. We could be seeing the real Jim Carrey nowadays, and
Yeah, well.
who he really is, or he could just be trying to be a different persona.
Yeah.
Right. I just
Did he
because
just play?
That's called mental
Wasn't he
health.
just in Sonic?
That's
He
right,
was
yeah,
just
he
in
was,
Sonic.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
seen it.
You know what? That's the thing is he was just in Sonic, and he was very Jim Carrey-esque.
Well, but same thing with because like I think the last movie that he did before Sonic was the one with him playing a magician. Steve Carell's in
Oh,
it,
right.
and Steve Buscemi's also in it.
That's probably more like who he really is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
the
Sounds like
fantastic
Chris
or
Angel.
amazing.
Mr. Popper's Penguins?
no, but they did do that too.
He
Yeah.
did do Mr. Popper's
I've
Penguins.
not seen that, thank God.
No.
But in both those movies, Sonic and the magician one, like they're both like the same kind of performance where it's like a little bit over the top, kind of cartoonish.
Yeah.
But he's always done that, like
yeah,
Mask and
right.
stuff
But
like that.
he's like it's almost like he's kind of reverted back to that, but he's kind of just having fun with it, and all he really cares is that he's making some money off of it.
Mm.
That it's I mean it doesn't really match up like because like you know like I'll see him go on talk shows and stuff and like it's almost like he's trying to be more meta about everything and like
Yeah.
he'll take a moment to look at the audience and everything and like and just like commentate on like the fact that like we're all here and you guys are all watching this thing and blah 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 but then he'll go off and do and like you know he'll try to be like all philosophical and stuff but then he'll go off and do Sonic.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know.
Well-
I think he's like the Will Smith of comedy.
To to shift it
Bring all the way back around.
Yeah.
onto Johnny Depp is the same thing, right? So in my opinion, it's like not the same thing, but very similar. Is like they're both getting older, and there's a brand new huge generation, even before younger than us, that are coming out, and it's
Yeah.
there's things that the celebrity, in my opinion, we've had these conversations,
yeah.
but like I think, in my opinion, the celebrity is pretty much dying out because
Yes.
what does Syndrome say? When everyone's super, no one will be.
Yeah.
Just take wisdom from
Right.
Disney.
Absolutely, it's Pixar, but
I look up the syndrome.
No, but I
Oh, you
mean,
shouldn't.
I,
He's a
down
bad
with
guy.
I'm down with syndrome.
Yeah.
I think that with like all the different social media platforms, like just YouTube alone, even though it's somewhat of a dead format or platform, there's just so many different like celebrity. You know, there's celebrities on Instagram, there's celebrities on Snapchat.
Everybody's a celebrity.
It's so much
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
to be a celebrity in today's day and age.
Right.
Yeah, that it's oversaturated.
Because before it was like you were a celebrity from being on television or movies. Like that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
Right.
That was the two ways that you were able to be a celebrity. Now there's Twitch, there's YouTube, there's
Yeah,
Netflix,
Exactly.
there's
And like
there's-
you still
everything.
you still have like small little remnants of it, but it'll like
Well,
it's
yeah.
like a different flavor of the week. So like my sisters, they'll be like swooning over like Timothy Chalamet or whatever his name is.
is he
Timothy
in?
Chalamet.
He was in Lady Bird. He was in.
Yeah, he's in Little Women as well.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
same
yeah.
girl from Lady Bird.
Yes, yes. You know, they'll swoon over him, and then they'll swoon over, you know, someone else. But it's not the same as like, you know, back when like Leonardo DiCaprio was coming up. Like people were like constantly swooning over him, and
Everyone
like,
was about yeah.
and people were like paying attention to his rise the whole time. But I think that because the industry is so oversaturated with actors,
Yeah.
that the celebrity as we know it, like the Brad Pitts, the Leonardo DiCaprios, that's like a thing of the past.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, what's his name, Johnny Depp and Jim Carrey, all those guys who are like taking a big lull, taking a big hit by it, they're just like, oh shit, they're freaking out. So they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh fuck. I mean, Johnny Depp being broke or whatever. He's just
Well,
going home.
he is.
Tougher now.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody knows him anymore, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well-
it's us. We know him. We go, oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, awesome. But like people who are younger than us, they go, oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay.
I never saw it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like the first or second one.
they're like, oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Or on Stranger
that
Tides.
movie was terrible.
Yeah.
And then
Plus, he also had the whole like Amber Heard fiasco thing going
all
on.
that
Yeah.
stuff. She cut off
Yeah.
his finger and stuff. And, yeah, she cut off the tip of his finger.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
yeah.
She's abused.
Yeah.
She's insane. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a whole other topic.
Shit on
But-
his bed.
yeah.
That's right.
That's
Wait,
freaky.
what?
She
Okay.
shit on
Right.
his bed.
Really?
While we're on the topic of these
Shitting on beds?
celebrities who are going too far, can we talk about Jared Leto?
Oh, sure.
Jared
Yeah,
Leto.
you want me to hate someone really bad right now?
No,
Doesn't make
it's-
good.
Well, okay, really quick. I will say, like recently there has been more light shed on the production process of Suicide Squad
Yeah.
and what happened with
Me and you talked
David.
about it the other night.
Yeah, with David Ayer's vision, and at the time, Batman v Superman had come out and was getting terrible reviews. So then Warner Brothers freaked out and then made all these changes and stuff in post. You know, they instead of having like a traditional editing company, they had like an editing company that did the trailers, edit the entire film. And there's so many like just terrible editing decisions in that film. But Jared Leto's performance, I felt like it probably wasn't that great of a performance to begin with. It probably wasn't on par with the other people that have come before him. But that being said, I do think that what we got to see was like looking through a keyhole of his entire performance.
And that's well known is that there's a lot. They were saying that they could make a full feature movie just off of Jared Leto's shots from the movie.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
filmed so much of him, but what my problem is at the same time is, granted, it's not his fault from the writer. From a writer's
I
perspective, he was doing what he was told essentially.
Wow.
There's a dog pushing on the microphone currently. He was doing what he was told, but at the same time, he went really overboard as Offset. When he's not on
Oh,
set,
yeah.
with the antics that he was pulling on his cast members. He's sending them dead rats. He's sending them used condoms. He's sending them all this insane
He
stuff.
sent them used
Well,
condoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did he send used condoms to?
To Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent a dead rat to Will Smith and used condoms, and then he sent
like pigs
the
blood or something.
Wait, Will Smith is dead shot? Is that correct?
yeah. And I think it's supposed to be a dig at like Deadshot is like moving in on Harley Quinn, like the Joker's gonna send him a threat or something. I don't know. But he also sent the chick
Freaking
that
really real used condoms.
Yes.
Mhm.
By him.
But the-
Why
the-
by him?
Is that illegal?
the
Probably.
chick
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
illegal.
That's
Sexual harassment.
Yeah.
It's at least inappropriate.
Yeah.
but the chick that played Katana, he sent her like a massive dildo or something like that. Like some
See, that's
So,
my
but like
problem with
her like their characters don't interact in the movie at all, so
Yeah,
it's like
no.
it doesn't really make a whole
Why
lot of
did he have
sense.
sex? But that was the thing is he was trying to just like he wanted to like I want to be the Joker. I'm the Joker, baby. He's like I gotta be this character. And
Yeah.
so he does these ridiculous things.
Let me stand up for him real quick. You have how many? Okay, so now there's been 2 Jokers that are more lifelike. You
Yeah.
want to say? No one's. I mean, it's been a long time since someone's done a cartoon Joker.
Yeah.
That's
Or
true.
something out of the comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was excited for it.
So
But-
he's
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
so he's doing a cartoony Joker.
Yeah, it's like from like the Batman animated series,
for
but
sure.
it has a like
And it has like a modern, what would you say, a gangster twist on it.
yeah it
A
like
gangster twist on a cartoon.
And
Yeah.
I thought that was a
It's
good
cute.
take.
It's
When
cute.
I remember when I saw the first teaser where he's saying I'm gonna hurt you.
oh yeah
Really bad.
yeah
I was stoked. I was like, dude.
Yeah,
I was
same,
like,
actually.
if this redeems Jared Leto for me, the only movie I like
Yeah.
watching him in is what is it? American Psycho because he gets murdered.
Oh, yeah.
and
Although
so-
M-
He's
Mr.
really good
I
in,
have a better-
Mr.
Requiem for a Dream.
oh and,
Yeah,
and
he- yeah.
Mr. Nobody's really good too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see, I was
He's not
really
bad.
stoked because I was like, I want him to be in a good role where
Wait,
he,
so what
he's
didn't do it for you?
The fact that he took it's not even the on-set stuff that he did because granted the writing and the directing is not his fault. He's an actor. He's paid to do what the director tells him to do.
Mhm.
That's not his fault. But when he's offset and he's doing this ridiculously inappropriate things to his cast members,
Sure.
watch the interviews. Will Smith, Margot Robbie. I don't know how to say her name.
Robbie.
Robbie, Margot Robbie. Sorry.
Hey, let's text you.
Yeah, so Margot Robbie, whatever her name is. You watch the interview and all the interviews. You're like, oh, so did Jared Leto send you these these things, and they're like, yeah, it was disgusting, and they're upset about it. You
Oh,
can see it in
really?
their eyes, and they're super upset and uncomfortable about
Good.
talking about it.
Good.
And it's
Then
like,
they're
yeah,
not method acting.
and they're not method acting. And he's
Harley
trying to,
Quinn would like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the J man. I gotta act like the J man.
Mr. J.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's where he lost me on it. And granted, you know, because he was very upset when they announced the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. He was very upset.
Good.
He was like,
Oh, yeah.
He was like, well, how could they do this to me? How could they take away this character from me? I'm like, that
he said
character
that?
was. He essentially felt about it that way. He had talked about it before,
Yeah,
and he
really.
felt like it was inappropriate for them to be to immediately be making a new movie.
Although, like, in defense of Warner Brothers,
Haley, stop making out with the dog.
in defense of Warner Brothers, the character doesn't belong to him. They rent it out to him.
Yeah,
you know.
Warner Bros. Doesn't even own the character.
Yeah,
They just rent out the character essentially.
Yeah, I gotta say something about Jared Pupo. As you probably may not know, I don't like him, but Jared Pupo. But I think in all fairness, I've seen him in roles that I was like, all right, he's good in this, or he's a decent actor in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he can act sometimes, yeah. But I just don't like him as a person. And I've seen his, just like the Offset stuff, or just his interviews and stuff. There's this one interview that I always think about, and I'm just like, no, you just are that guy, and I don't like that guy. And he goes, and again, it might be a joke, but I just watched it and I was like, bye. But he's on Conan or something, and he's like, they're like, yo, so what's going on, everybody? I'm Conan, and we're gonna show, the trailer of this movie, and blah blah blah. It's the Joker, and he's like, oh, I'm Jared Leto. Did you guys bring me a tent? Where's my tent? Because I'm supposed to, like, and then they're like, let's laugh. And then he goes, oh, I'm serious, like, and then they watch the trailer, and then literally when they come back from watching the trailer, he's like this.
He's covering his face.
Yeah, like serious too, and he's like, yeah.
Wow.
Wait, why?
Being all bashful.
Yeah, because he's bashful because he doesn't like to watch his own movies because he's
Oh
a tortured
my God.
fucking artist.
Jeez.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't like that.
Talking about like Andy Samberg doesn't watch any of his films.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Sandberg. Who's
Jesse
that?
Eisenberg
Oh, yeah,
does
yeah,
the
okay.
same thing
Maybe
too.
I'm thinking of Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
It might be Jesse
yeah,
Eisenberg.
'cause he doesn't watch his own films.
That was
No,
for
Andy. No,
Dallas
Andy.
Buyers
Oh
Club.
yeah, I'm
What's
talking
that?
about Jesse Eisenberg.
That interview was during he was promoting Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, it was okay. It was Dallas Buyers Club.
I'm
Which
just a really big fan of 30 Seconds to Mars,
So, well, on the topic of Jared Leto, did you guys know that he started a cult? I'm not joking. Look it up.
Is it a Joker cult?
He has
I
a
doubt it.
bunch of
John.
white women in white robes following him, like along the beach.
Get
I'm
out
not
of here.
joking. Google it right now. Look at
That's
Jared
so
Leto
cool.
cult. He
Alright,
has
I'll
a
do it.
cult right now, and they're like calling him like
Madonna
Madonna
and
and
shit.
shit.
Really?
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
You want to start
It's a
cult
real
with
thing. It's a real thing.
well, yeah.
I mean, come on, this doesn't sound like hell.
What's his name again? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah.
Until you
Pupo?
sacrifice
Pupo,
yourself
that's
to
right.
yourself.
I'm like, it's not coming up.
We'll show photos on screen of his cult activities.
Okay, okay.
Huh. That's crazy.
Well, I
It
guess
is.
He could pull off the Charles Manson look.
Yeah. No. Well.
Are you sure it's not like for a movie because he's that kind of an asshole?
Of what I saw, now granted, the internet is not a proper place to get your information, but of what I saw, he has...
That's not real.
That dude,
That's real?
He has
Supposedly.
like a whole like cult going on where they're all wearing white robes and...
Yeah.
What is
Let
he
me see
doing?
that.
Talking about music?
He's like, so I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Love
So this
me.
is what I did to prepare for the Joker.
Where can
By
you
the way,
sign up?
me.
Where can you
Yeah.
sign up?
Have
Yeah.
you guys seen? Sorry, one more. Have you guys seen that? This is how I'd imagine him. But have you guys seen that episode of Family Guy where it cuts to like, like a commercial with Julia Roberts, is it, or something like that?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hi, a lot of people were devastated by the hurricane, but don't worry, you still have me,
Yeah.
me." And she does that.
Yeah,
That's him.
yeah.
He's like, me.
It's... I don't know, man. It's just...
super egotistical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Or, like he saw Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and he saw at the very end that like, he's like started like a following, like a clown following. This is Jared Leto's response, but in real
I
life.
can make it cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna make a
capitalize
real
on this.
cult. It's gonna
Yeah.
be better. He's gonna start
Yeah.
painting his face, getting tattoos. He's gonna get disturbed across.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Damaged.
Yeah,
No.
damage.
Yeah. No, I was wondering what you're. Yeah, I got you.
Like, does he not know how he comes across?
What are you doing?
You're blocking.
Give me some chips.
Huh?
Hey, yeah, throw those chips over here, Isaac. The Lays, the Reds.
No, do you know what I mean? Does he not know how he comes across?
No, I think, I that's the thing. It's like I feel like you when you got to that, damn it. I feel like I turned it away from him. Yeah, I I feel like he's gotten. Now, granted, I'm not a famous person. I cannot talk about how famous people feel.
Well,
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
That was the last one. That was the last one.
I feel like you lose a disconnect from reality. You forget what it's
Yeah,
like to be
yeah.
able to look at Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Have you seen how
On,
over the top she is right now?
Her website Goop, yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
gosh.
What?
She has a website where you can buy just ridiculous things. Like you can buy like eggs to put in your vagina. That will like.
She has a TV show too.
Dial it back.
She does?
Yeah, she has a TV show called it's called something about Goop now. It's like it pertains to her company Goop. And there's an episode where they do mushrooms.
She
Wait.
does mushrooms?
She doesn't. She has other people do mushrooms.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's kind of like she's got like kind of a cult following when it comes to her company Goop. There's rumors now. Granted, these are all things I see on like Facebook and stuff, so take it for what it is. But she's selling a candle that smells like her vagina, apparently.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
How much is
We'll find out because I ordered
Yeah.
one.
We should buy the candle and do a review on her vagina.
No, you just go. You go. Smells like salmon.
You're like, is that a yeast infection? You're like, oh no, this one's gone bad.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, yeah.
Oh, she sells her bathwater?
No, that's
Wait, what's up with this egg that you can put in your vagina?
Oh, it's
Why,
like
you need
it's supposedly like removes toxins or
Yeah,
something like
Does
that.
one go in the ass?
Yeah.
But it's like a
here,
bird.
here, let me.
No. It's
You guys
it's
can
like a
talk about it.
metal.
It's like something legit.
It's like a metal egg. No, yeah, it's totally legit, dude.
Metal egg.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm going on the Goop website as we speak.
So
Yeah.
this is all like witch doctor kind of stuff?
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
insane because I don't know how she like operates all this stuff and is a successful actress and also is the CEO of Stark Industries all at the same time. I don't know how she does
They're
it.
having a 70% off sale right now.
On what?
On
go
Goop stuff.
figure.
Hold
On
on,
everything.
Don't take my phone from me. We're gonna let's look up just some of the stuff that they have. Let me see here. Yeah, so the reason that she thought of the name Goop, by the way, is because every popular company has two O's in it. For example,
Google.
or Amazon. You know? And yeah, no,
That's for real?
no, that's something that she said.
Yahoo.
Let's
like a
see.
pile
Oh,
of chips, man.
let's look at what's new on Goop. She's got some clothes. Oh my god, the first thing, this smells like my vagina roll-on. Before it was a famous candle, this sophisticated, sexy floral was born as a perfume. Now it's here in a chic, portable roll-ball. It is a perfume that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina for $45.
How much? Oh, $45?
$45. We're
Can you-
70% off right now, guys.
Oh, can you send me that link?
Yeah, I will, right now.
Hey, can you put 2 in the cart?
I will.
And then right next
Three?
to it-
Three?
Yeah, fine.
One
This
for
is
each
what
room?
Goop is like
It's like,
the
I
H&M
can't,
did
Kelly will
acid.
tell.
What?
It's like, I can't, Kelly can always tell.
Yeah, no, Kelly goes.
Guillermo's taking a pee break. Let's get to the bathroom.
Doesn't ask us.
She
So-
knows she's like, cheating on my granny.
It's so funny because right
And
next
then I
to
go,
her
"I'll never sell."
vagina-scented perfume, she's selling Birkenstocks. Like that's just the kind of person who buys Birkenstocks. Also
Wow.
buys vagina-scented. What you buy Birkenstocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait, how much are the Birkenstocks?
The Birkenstocks. Let me
Like
see.
100 and
What are you
something?
saying right now?
$99.
Birkin what?
Do you not know what
$99.
Birkenstocks are?
Birkenstocks?
Yeah, they're sandals.
They're sandals.
They were like old school sandals and they made a comeback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this stuff is pretty much just like snake oil.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's look up wellness. Wellness is where you're gonna find her like weirdest stuff. Okay, let me see here. Ear seeds for easy at-home acupuncture.
Wait,
Acupressure? Ear seeds are teeny gold beads that are placed at different points on the ear to support overall well-being. What does that mean?
Oh man, she's literally selling nonsense.
She's literally selling nonsense, and
This-
she makes so much money off it. It's
Can
like-
I just say this really quick? You know when we were talking about Jim Carrey or whatever?
Yeah.
I literally have to believe that it has a lot to do with too much time on your hands. Like when you're
money.
Yeah.
too much money. Well, yeah, but too much money. Yeah, exactly. So you have money, then you have time, right? So if you have money, you have a lot of money, you have a lot of time. And if you have a lot of time, what happens when you're on an island by yourself? We've seen Castaway.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. Why are we forgetting this? This is the history, guys.
Gwyneth Paltrow is 1 week away from talking to a volleyball.
She's probably there.
She's probably
she
already-
has vagina scented.
If she sells the volleyballs you can talk to.
She's like, you can
okay?
talk to.
Smash my nut.
Oh, dude, I was at work.
Don't mess
Speaking
with my nut,
of
Brandon.
smacking nuts, I was at work about a couple days ago, and I was swinging a broom around like I was Darth Maul. Nailed myself right in the left nut.
Right on.
Just directly in it.
Let me
Dang.
ask you, how does this retain to the movie?
We just talked about vagina-scented perfume. You're
Uh-huh.
worried about me
Actress.
talking about
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's an Iron
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, let's talk
She's
about
an
Iron Man.
actress.
Let's, all right. How about all right? Let's on the polar opposite of going insane and selling snake oil. Is Robert Downey Jr., who came from like the darkest point of his career, and he turned into the face of a franchise.
Well, yeah.
Like an
Well,
actor.
he's
I
good.
mean, yeah,
you know,
he's
and
good.
someone took a chance on him again.
And they took an amazing chance.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and like
absolutely.
It worked out beautifully.
his the story of like Robert Downey Jr.'s career like lines perfectly with Tony Stark's in
It
the
really
first
does.
Iron Man movie. Yeah.
And so I think that's why it works so well. Is he was able to draw from his real life. And,
Right.
And I feel so bad for him because when you watch interviews now, granted we're talking about the bad things in his life right now.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
not gonna fucking go into detail about it. It was in the past. But that's like the one thing about being a celebrity is that all they do is they bring up your past.
Oh yeah,
All they do is
there's
talk about-
there's the interview when they were doing like the press tour for Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
where some guy brought up like his former drug use and all that stuff, and he's like, "Are we like doing an interview for a movie or like?" And he basically just walked out and left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is appropriate.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think this for like the actors that I like are the ones, and I'm just speaking for acting, but are the ones that I don't know anything about really in their actual day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
You know, mainly I don't look them up, but as is like when you, for me, I think what makes Daniel Day-Lewis great and able to play all these characters is because you don't know much about him and his real life. You don't see him, he's going to the Daniel Day-Lewis at the whatever, or this is so cool, like I like how he's like a family guy and blah blah, you know, like
Yeah.
you don't know much about him. You don't know
Or-
much about these.
Or like when Joaquin Phoenix gave his like acceptance speech at the Oscars.
Oh yeah, he's
Like,
on the
I mean-
opposite side.
Yeah, like I felt like he revealed too much of his personal views and stuff. I mean, granted, like I believe in freedom of speech and like.
Oh no, yeah, I mean he has.
I
mean he can do whatever he wants. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I admire
I
him
just-
for like taking that opportunity to talk about like baby cows and stuff like
I
that.
think
But
I thought it was stupid.
no, I mean,
So
I just
stupid.
thought it was the wrong
Yeah.
setting, and it also reveals too much about him. Especially coming off of.
Well, that's the thing.
Joker.
But he wants to do that. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't care about the other side. I think he's a terrific actor. I think he's a terrific actor.
Yeah.
He's one of my. I liked him. I like drama acting, right? And I remember seeing Reservation Road, whatever it is. That's just a hardcore drama movie, and it's got Mark Ruffalo in it as well.
Yeah.
And just really drama, nothing happy in it, right? And you just go, whoa, this is really cool, right? And then you start watching those actors, blah blah blah. But like for me, I don't give a shit about like my favorite actor is Viggo Mortensen. I don't agree with his politics. I don't give a shit about his politics either. I like his art. I think he's a great artist. I think he carries himself well in interviews, which is another thing I admire. I feel like if you don't carry yourself well in interviews, then I don't really want to work with you. It's like I'm not going to name names, but certain actors that certain people I've worked with before. Imagine if you were to like talk to them or see an interview of them beforehand, you'd probably go, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I mean, granted, his name is Joaquin Phoenix. People are going to, then he has a name, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Christian Bale. Oh yeah, let's get Christian Bale. Well, fuck, I don't like what he said. I don't give a shit. He's gonna bring money. It's Christian Bale. But it's me. They go, oh yeah, let's get Johnny Leguizamo. Who? And they go, oh no, he does this. And oh fuck that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
As an actor, when I used to go to auditions and stuff, they would I didn't. When I was younger, I wanted tattoos. I wanted certain tattoos, but I always kept this in mind, which is so insane. But I remember hearing in school that your brain fully develops at 25. So and I'm like, okay, if I want tattoos, then I'll get tattoos then. But the main reason I didn't get tattoos is because I want to be an actor and I want to make sure that I can pretty much I'm a blank canvas, you know.
Yes, exactly.
And everyone goes, oh no, they can just paint over and blah blah blah. And I'm like yeah, they can, but that's extra money, you know.
Right.
At an age, at a credibility level that I have was 0. You know, I go out and audition for something, and they go, okay, we need, and I have tattoos, and they go, okay, we need a guy who doesn't have tattoos. Okay, we like his acting, it's pretty cool, but this guy was pretty cool too. He didn't have tattoos, and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
we don't have
yeah.
to pay $300 more,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
to get
for
those
makeup.
covered up. And every single day, oh, something smudge is gone. Let's fix it. You know, no, they don't give a shit about that.
Get tattoos when you're successful. And you have
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You know, when you, I mean,
Well, don't give him false hope. Don't give him false hope.
please. I'm like, really? I'm like, fuck yeah! No, but yeah, I think as an actor, I think I would be weary about that. I mean, actors, you know, people will get them here, and that's whatever, easy to cover up, hide, you know, or you get them right here. That's totally fine, you know. But when you have them like here and here and here and here, then you're like, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors if you have no following.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
give a shit about you. Nobody cares. I used to when I first started auditioning, I was 16 years old, and my mom would drive me to the auditions. Right? Look at me now. I'm living in a huge house on a big hill. So, sorry.
One of those things is true.
Yeah, yeah. In a huge house. But no, but I remember going to auditions, normal, you know, whatever. And then like when I turned 18, I think this is, you know, probably around 2013, 2014 or whatever. That's when the questions started coming up that people would say, the casting directors would say, how many followers do you have on your Instagram? And I go, I don't have an Instagram, you know. And they go, oh, okay, you know, blah blah. So I didn't get it like a couple years before because it wasn't that huge of a thing, right?
Yeah.
But when, you know, what they want is someone to bring some type of popularity to their movie. So if you
Yeah.
have a guaranteed of, oh, I have 10,000 followers. Oh shit, okay, that's a guarantee of at least 5,000 people to watch our film.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
at least. You know, this person's coming with someone to watch our movie. You know, or if you're, I mean, that's the reason they're getting all these, you know, the
These,
influencers.
like the
You know,
TikTokers
Yeah.
and
and they're making money.
Yeah,
you know.
some girls on TikTok just got their own show, and it's pretty much like a Grey's Anatomy, but like absolutely like it's like a high school's like film class made a Grey's Anatomy show.
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
bad.
And it's people on TikTok, and now granted it's on some like cheaper streaming service. It's not like Netflix or anything, but that's one thing with like social media, and like we were saying earlier,
Right.
is that there's so many different platforms to get famous off of, and it's crazy to me that these young kids who they have no foot in the door of like what it's like to be a celebrity.
Right.
They have no idea like what it's like to be an actor or anything. Now, granted, I don't know what the fuck it's like to be an actor, but these
Me
kids
neither.
are young and they're like, let's give them a show, and these shows aren't doing well. It's like, how come these companies are so willing to waste money
Right.
just because they have a following? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Is like most people look for like if you have a following now. They don't like, now I'm not trying to speak for everyone, but I feel like what most people do, like when you're talking like TV or streaming services, they look for people who already have a following. They don't look for people who
Right.
are good actors. They look, okay,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
gonna make money off of this because they have a following.
Yeah.
Like one of the girls that's in that show, she's the sister of the most popular TikToker. She's got some sort of, umpteen million followers, and they're like, let's put her sister in the show because her sister she looks like her, and she has a following. But it's like, I don't know. I forget where I'm going with this, but it's
No,
just,
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Money talks.
money talks, and like that's the thing. Is like nowadays, it's like they're just looking for influencers. It's easier for them to find influencers who already have followings, opposed to finding people who actually have a talent and a skill.
Right. I mean,
to
but that's
work on.
that's been since the beginning of film.
Yeah.
That's been for everything, you know. Which I'm not like I'm complaining because shit I don't get a chance because I don't have a following. But I'm not. I mean, like, hey, more power to them because they're making money, they're doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
I personally, depending on whatever it is, I would definitely go the talent route because if I was picking an actor, because I would want my film to be timeless and good, So I mean, you can still be timeless if it's a TikToker who's a good actor, but if they're not a good actor, then you just
But
got
that
some.
doesn't make sense. What you just said.
What?
Go ahead and say it again.
Exactly the way you just said it.
No,
Good job, Brad's a good actor.
shut up. So, but what I'm saying is that I mean, like, I've gotten small roles for like short films and stuff.
Really
but,
small.
I mean, like my dick is big though. If that's what if there's a confusion,
That's not gonna get you a
just-
job in Hollywood.
Casters out there.
Unless you're going to like the
Yeah.
pedophile ring of Hollywood.
yeah, they
That'll
go,
get you a
you
job.
okay, take off your pants, and I'm like, this is an awful crunchy couch. Oh no! So
Well, this black couch looks real familiar.
yeah.
So we'll
Rather-
start with you.
So like,
Suck
yeah,
my
so
cock,
you
suck
see
my
your
cock.
body, you're like, excuse me?
Yeah. Let me see your penis. And I'm like,
So,
is this gonna make me famous?
what size shoe you wear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
12. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
This guy's
And you're,
back.
and you're what? 5'5". They're like, fuck yeah, all right, let's get this thing going.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
real
doing that.
kickstand over here.
Yeah, but no, but just I've gotten roles before, but again, those never got me anywhere. They didn't do anything for me. You know, I never saw them go anywhere. I never heard them going anywhere. You know, so I've seen them, and most of them were shite. You know, like you know, there was like one or two that I was like, oh, this is sick, and I'm proud of. You know, but at the end of it, I'm just like, bye. You know, so they're not gonna take you anywhere unless you do like we were talking about commercials earlier. You know how much like a basic commercial would cost or would pay an actor?
No.
Like 40 to 60 grand.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that's without residuals. So you can go online. There's a
Yeah. Okay.
where's it called? Actors Access is usually where I used to go on to get my roles and stuff, you know. And for the longest time, like I did commercials for when I was I don't know, I can't remember what age I was when I stopped doing commercials. I was like 19 or something, or not commercial. I never did a commercial. I stopped auditioning for commercials, and I'll tell you the story. But they pay a lot, you know. And I know people I worked with in LA who got jobs as actors in a commercial, and I remember one guy told me it was 60 grand, and I remember the commercial, which is crazy. And I remember seeing it before I met him, and it was the weirdest thing. It was so weird, but he was a sociopath. Anyway, what I'm saying is like you. I mean, there's actors out there who will, you know, if you have the right look, sometimes they just don't give a shit. If you're auditioning for a commercial or whatever, they usually just don't give a shit because that's, you know, a commercial's gonna be aired no matter what.
Right.
No matter what, you know. So and again, they have like usually like a stipend pay or something like that, and then you'll get some type of residuals. But it's usually like anywhere from like 20 to like 60 grand. You can get much less as well, but that's always been like if you get like an actual legit like Samsung commercial, you're getting like 40 grand. You know.
Well, yeah, you look at one of the guys who's he's in Verizon commercials. He's I don't know now.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He's in Sprint now.
No.
he's still Verizon, but
the new Verizon guy,
The white guy?
with the slimmer white guy.
yeah, he was in Godzilla.
Yeah, he's getting into more bigger
Yeah.
Hollywood stuff. Now, granted, I don't know if he was in that stuff prior to the Verizon
Yeah,
commercials,
Right.
but that's what I was gonna say. I wonder what the possibility of your career going from commercials
Right.
to Hollywood nowadays is,
I
because
think
when you look at
the commercials, like they definitely they gave him exposure.
yeah,
No, I
absolutely.
agree. But there's an old saying where it's like, if you do background work, you're a background actor,
Yeah.
and that means what it just means is I remember my coach telling me, which makes sense now, but there's a inside joke that I'll tell you later, but it's funny. We're talking about you, Scott. But what he means is literally like when what they say to do is if you're gonna do a commercial, or commercial acting, do like one or two, because then you'll get your money and then you can focus on what you want to do, whatever. But usually what they say is when you do background, you become a background actor. It just means it's almost impossible to do that jump.
Yeah.
And because people just don't give a shit. I mean, think about it. It's like I look at it this way. It's like, okay, if we're making a film and stuff like that, you know, like for us, if we got a commercial actor, it would be amazing because you know that's a lot of exposure for us. But if we're no matter what gonna be in business and we're getting paid every single day, then they just might hold out for the actor they want.
Yeah.
You know, I can either get like a B or C list actor, or I can get this guy who people know, or Flo. We can get Flo, but we'll see how long that lasts, kind of thing. Which, I mean, it can work. I don't get me wrong, but once you like get into that niche, is what I've heard is you're that guy now.
Yeah.
You know, like that guy who did he's like, I'm just a a raccoon crawling on your car. You know,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah,
jumped
yeah.
into movies, but he's not gone much far. You know, he's not
That's the
gone
thing,
really
is
far.
The guy from the Verizon commercials, his career could fizzle off within the next year, and we could never see him again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or
Which, yeah.
the State Farm guy. I've never seen him anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
State
Yeah.
Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's funny because he
He
what's his name?
actually,
It's
the
not
big
Denzel
black guy.
Washington.
No. I don't know his name, but he used to be a big actor,
Yeah, he
or
used-
yeah, something like
He
that.
used
Yeah.
to be primarily in Hollywood, and then he did the State Farm commercials. It's not Shaq. But
No, I think didn't he do the
No.
Allstate?
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
Allstate,
Allstate.
Allstate.
Are you in good hands?
That was a good.
Yeah, thank you.
Because there's that
But
Family Guy Star Wars thing when the X-wing crashes into the Swan, and then that guy shows up.
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah, yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing is like he went from Hollywood and he did commercials, and
Right.
that's primarily what people see him
You,
as.
you, you never know, because he's an older guy. He can just be doing that for money and then be done.
Well, that's
you
the
know.
thing is because you look at old Hollywood or old celebrities, they started doing like the
Commercials and stuff.
The commercials for like Life Alert and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's, what is it? It's Steve
Select.
Ditko.
Oh.
Steve Ditko is doing like AARP commercials now. Steve
Yeah,
Ditko was
well,
a
yeah.
coach for a very popular football
Yeah.
team. He even started.
Wait,
What's
Steve
that?
Steve Ditko?
Is it Ditka?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Steve Ditko is the guy that illustrated Spider-Man.
You're right.
Mike
Steve,
Ditka.
Mike Ditka. I'm sorry, Steve. Sorry, no. Steve Ditko just passed away a couple years ago. Sorry,
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
No,
Hilarious.
but he's doing like ARP commercials now, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is like it can go one of two ways. You could start in commercials
Right.
and go to Hollywood like Steve Carell did.
Totally.
Steve Carell did Pizza Hut commercials. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
interesting.
then Keanu Reeves, his big breakout was a Kellogg's cereal commercial.
Really?
Hilarious.
All those guys did commercials.
No, yeah. You can get your break.
That's the thing. That was the day and age where your break was probably going to
Totally.
be small television.
Totally.
And you're going to go to Hollywood. Now it's like you could be an influencer on TikTok. You could be on anything,
Right.
and you're going to get your own TV show.
There's just so many people now.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many
You
different
know.
options and routes that they can go with that. Like, if you're going to an audition, they're likely not going to choose you because unless you have a following.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
It's
In-
more quantity now than it is
Yeah,
quality.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
agree.
That's Netflix in my opinion. I just
Yeah.
think Netflix keeps going like this. Well, let's just keep making movies. They're like, they suck.
But-
they suck. Down. They go, doesn't fucking matter. Make them. Disney's taking their movies back.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what they put on their platform because people already have the subscriptions.
People are-
How
yeah.
many people are going out of their way to unsubscribe to $12 a month for Netflix, whatever?
No,
it is?
exactly.
That actually reminds me.
Yeah.
No, I have to say this because this is something that this is the conversation that we've had is that when after acting or trying to audition in LA for a year when I was living there, right? I was like, after a while, I'm like, hey, awesome, like, I'm in LA Live, I'm like, totally an actor now, like, what's up, just like walking around, like, hey, what's up, I got an audition, right? And after a while, I'm like, wait, I don't like the auditions I'm going on. It's literally like, okay, what was that one that said, you have to be okay with being in a shower with a barbed wire demon penis?
Demon barbed wire.
What?
Yeah. So these
That
are the
was one that I
breakdowns
was
that you
about to
read.
do.
Yeah, that's the one Isaac was about to do. So stuff like that. So you go,
I didn't do it.
yeah. You're like, and it paid well.
I see your barbed wire.
Demon barbed
What is it?
penis, something weird like that. Yeah.
But you were saying.
No, but so the way I look at it is after doing that, I'm like,
Ow.
it's hilarious. So anyway, so I'm like, dude, like I don't want to audition for these bullshit roles. And and it's like I was at a point where like I did as many like student projects as I could, as actor, like okay, it was easy to get the student projects, just because they're always looking for someone who doesn't matter. So I'm like, okay, cool, I got a whole bunch of them. Then like you're trying to audition for the bigger ones, while the student ones are still very, there's a shit ton. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll just do this one again. I'm like, well, fuck, it's the same story. There's not a lot of good writers who are young,
Yeah.
But when I would do the same one over and over, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta stop doing this because I remember one guy told me, I can't remember the number now. It was a ridiculous number, but it was something around like 70. He's done an actor, an older guy. He's like, yeah, I did this. This is gonna be my 77th student film, and I'm like, bye. That was it. I was done, dude.
What were the stories like? Say
It
that.
sucked. Like I'll show you the ones I was in. It's literally like there's one where this is the best one I was in. Sadly, is this one was I'm in a band. I'm in a rock band, and I have to decide whether I want to be friends with my best friend or my girlfriend because they get in a fight.
Wow.
Or I'll be this guy who this is. Have you seen Fight Club?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy did too. So so I was in this movie where where I was playing this guy's best friend, and he keeps getting in trouble, but I keep telling him it's okay, man. Let's get in some trouble. All right, cool. And then his girlfriend would come over and she's like, no, you can't get in trouble. And his dad would be like, no, you're psychopathic, so you can't get in trouble. And then I'm like, I'm not even fucking real.
Oh, so you played Tyler Durden?
Yeah, I was the cool one. You know why? Because I whipped out a knife in the audition. That'll get you places.
Films end like that. I'm not even real.
Exactly. That's bullshit. That's bad writing now, because it's already been done too many times. So like shit like that, that's the movie, and then there's, what's that?
I've never heard I'm not even real.
Not even real. Yeah.
Fades away.
No, but the one that I was just telling you this last night. The one where I just basically said I'm done is mainly because of scheduling conflicts. But like it was they were like, okay, so basically what it is, it's like I didn't do this one, but they're like, okay, basically what it is that you're gonna be the son in a family of cannibals that bring people over and they eat them. And I'm like, okay, so you guys just suck at writing, because that's one of my first ideas. I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool, so stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't know what to do because I'm not. But what I'd have to do is get a decent agent, And I've had an agent, I've had a manager, and people are just very difficult to work with, And I remember my manager dropped me because I kept telling her, oh, I'm going to grow my hair out. And then she's like, no, don't do that. You have a good look right now, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's so weird. I'm not even joking you. She literally, on the phone once, not even joking, you can take it face value, but she said on the phone when we were done talking, she said, ciao, baby. I'm not fucking lying, dude. She literally said, okay, ciao, baby. And I'm like,
That's LA, baby.
Yeah, it's LA, baby.
That's Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Trying to be in LA doing stuff like that, or even just being in like a film school, they get the mentality of I'm a filmmaker.
Yep.
Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when I was going to MSJC, community college, taking a video course, just because I wanted to learn better editing skills, stuff like that. My teacher was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was not. He's been working for like Thor Motocross for like the past.
Alan,
Alan Marcella, great guy, fantastic guy.
Fantastic.
He is like the least showboat dude in
Totally.
the world.
Totally.
And so. In these classes, we're like, okay, so last semester we had to make a PSA for California Highway Patrol, the one that I had contacted you about.
Right.
And oh my gosh, man, the students, man, they were like, okay, we want to make something that's going to be impactful and it's going to hit two different sides of the spectrum. So mine was distracted driving, being on your phone. And so they were like, okay, we're going to open with a husband and a wife leaving a baby shower. She's pregnant, right? And so she's going to be driving with her husband behind the wheel, and he's texting her. She's telling him, you got to get off the phone. He's like, just one more minute, babe. And then it's going to cut to these teenagers, and they're going to be like, oh, dude, having a great time in the car. And then they're going to end up colliding, and the wife's going to die, and she has a baby. And that's why it's going to be bad.
Really dark.
And and they wrote this like 5-page script, and I'm like, guys, this is a 60-second commercial. Like, it needs 60 seconds to a minute 30.
Right.
That's what they're asking for. You're not going to be able to fit this weird anthology inside of a commercial.
Like,
yeah.
the baby wasn't his all
The baby wasn't real the whole time.
Yeah, the baby was a figment of imagination.
Yeah, it was symbolism. No. And so I essentially had to like step in, and now granted, I'm not trying to say like I saved the project, because I didn't. It was still a god awful little video, in my opinion. And I had to like rewrite the whole thing. I took care of I edited it. I did the sound design, all this stuff. I did the majority of the work in a group of like 8 people.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they're all going like, man, we're making this really cool thing. We're working for California Highway Patrol, yada yada. And it's like they get this energy in their head that they're like we're doing this. And I'm like, guys, this is a fraction of what your career could possibly be. Don't think that this is your pinnacle.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not even. I don't even see that as the point, because I think it is a great step. Fantastic step to do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're not just getting a job from some what do you call it, like local
Joe
record
Schmo.
store, or whatever, just like a private ownership. It's you're being recognized by something a little bit more prestigious, if I may.
Yeah.
But to make that like too overly, I mean, again, if they're students and they haven't done stuff like it before, whatever. But like, if it's something that you kind of you want to do, and this is something that you've been doing, let's say, to get overly excited about something like that is just, I think, I do agree with you. It's like yeah, but are you gonna keep doing this, or is this gonna be the end for you? Is this like you made it? Because you should treat it that way. You should
Yeah.
treat it that way every single time.
Yeah.
You
should
know.
never treat it as like this is your masterpiece. You should
Right.
say,
Yeah,
"I
the
approve
end all
of
be
this.
all.
How do I continue after this?"
Right.
point?"
But I also get if you get nervous if Steven Spielberg was like, hey, you want to be my cinematographer? I get that,
Yeah.
you know. But but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, depending on how long you've been doing it, right? You can't like, for me at least, I go, oh, okay, I've been acting for a decent amount of time to the point where I can't really come up as a noob anymore.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've done short films, I've done things before where I'm like, okay, it's all the same. It's literally all the same. Now I just need to bring what I've been bringing the last however many years, you know? So you just have to look at it that way, in my opinion. You can't look at it as like, oh fuck, yeah, this is so sick.
When you're starting it,
Yeah.
you can't look at it that way or
No,
else
no,
it's gonna
yeah,
flop right on
you're,
its
yeah,
ass,
you're
you know?
you're there to do a job.
Yeah.
You're hired to do a job. You're a worker. So
And that's how Alan was telling us, like, guys, like, you're being hired to do this. This is not a class project
Right.
anymore. Like, you
Right.
are being hired to do this. And like, I had classmates who were trying to sabotage the project and everything. and
shit.
It was a whole shit show. I'm like, this is community college. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't go to film school or else that
Right.
must have sucked. 'Cause
Right.
This is community college and it's already bad, you know?
Right.
And you know, it's, I don't know. I feel when it comes to working in the industry, going to school for it is realistically not going to get you anywhere unless you're going there just to learn how to do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Not going there to think that that's going to be your breakout point. You need to go there to learn how to do what you want to do and then get to your breakout point.
Well, no,
Sure.
because like
But
when I went to film school for just like the 2 months, there's a lot of people in it that are like that think that
100%.
like this is like the one and only stepping stone that they need
Yeah.
to, you know, after they get out of this program, they're gonna start working with Leonardo DiCaprio, directing him, and you know.
In our classes, me and Guillermo took,
Mhm.
there's like 3 film classes, film 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
We had someone from film 2 come in to give a lecture.
Hilarious.
Really?
Yeah,
See-
on producing.
I wouldn't even look at it that like that at all, because the way I look at film school is, if you're going to film school, the only thing that you can get in film school that you can't get out in the outside world is networking possibilities.
Yeah.
Well,
Because you
and
can-
hands-on experience
You
with
can get
like.
hands-on experience, yeah, but
Also
like,
learning how to work with others.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. If you're a complete sociopath and you're just like this on set all the time, fuck that guy up later, you know, then you're doing it wrong. But like if you will have the means to buy a little shitty camera, which is like $100 for a shitty one, you know, you can get something, and then everything's on YouTube. Everything is
Yeah.
out there. People have
Yeah.
done it, you know. They're doing.
And-
Hey, if you just subscribe to my channel, you will get the in-depth version, but you basically have it right here. for free.
Yeah.
Well,
you
and,
know.
and I think that quality doesn't necessarily matter. It's like more story, because like It's Always Sunny, for example, their like pilot episode that they showed to FX was like their budget was $200, and that's because it cost $200 to buy the camcorder that they used.
That's hilarious.
And then they obviously reshot it with more professional equipment, but
But yeah, I think when you have when you're in a good spot and you have the money, then it's important to upgrade your equipment. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's important to upgrade your equipment when, like, if you have shit equipment, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't and you have things that work and it works well and it's okay,
Yeah.
then I think it's important to probably put that money somewhere else if you're not getting money. You
Yeah,
know?
all the equipment we have that's all we'll ever need. Now the only money
Right.
we're spending is on films, sets, and whatever.
yeah, like
Yeah.
props
Right.
and wardrobe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're. That's like the one thing now. Most of my background is photography, and in the world of photography, like the gearheads is like the biggest subculture of photographers is people who just want the most expensive equipment.
Right.
Yeah,
When
Right.
like you can have 4K resolution photos and stuff, but that doesn't matter. If you're taking good photos, that's what matters.
Right.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
using a 10-year-old Nikon for the past like 4 years before I bought my most recent
Yeah.
one, and that's served me just fine. I've made plenty of money off of using those cameras, and that's what one thing with like film school is that people go like, oh, I need to use an Arri Alexa. You know,
Yeah,
you can't-
yeah.
If I had an Arri Alexa, my film would be good. People
Right,
would
right.
watch it if I had an Arri Alexa. That's where it needs to be. It's like you need
Yeah.
to focus on the quality of what you're making before
Yeah.
you focus
Yeah.
on the
I've seen
the
red cameras look like iPhone.
like
footage.
iPhones, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know what you're doing behind whatever camera you're using, it's not going to come out good. You need to know what equipment you're using. You can't just go, I'm going to buy the most expensive camera, and that's going to be good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
What is happening?
He keeps going. He keeps being that asshole. He's like, yeah, Ari Alexa, fuck yeah. And then when he was like, no, like you can make it look bad if it's a good camera. And then he's going, no.
Oh, I didn't see him do that.
I've
I
worked
worked
with a couple
The
RLXs.
Alexa will give him the talent.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
granted, they're fantastic cameras, but you do not need those cameras in order to make
Yeah.
quality.
No, yeah, you
No,
just
I
you
think-
need a good, compelling story and
Yeah.
like captivating characters.
And that's one of the things. Is like same with the photography industry. Is that's what is really infuriating to me. Is I use Nikon. Nikon is probably one of the least used camera companies in the world of photography for the most part.
Interesting.
Right now, it's like Canon, Panasonic, and Sony. Those are like the three major ones that people use. I've been using Nikon for years. It's what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
I get so much gripe for using Nikon.
So
constantly.
gay.
And it's,
Because go on.
It doesn't matter, and it does not matter. Any professional will tell you use whatever camera that you're comfortable
Right.
with. Look at Matt Granger.
Mhm.
What is his name? Jared. Oh man.
Leto?
No.
I thought it was
he goes by
Pupo.
Frono's photos. He's a great guy. He's mostly Nikon, but he'll talk about like whatever camera you're comfortable with. Do what works
Right.
for you. And it's like you don't need an $8,000 camera to make this short film. Use
Yeah.
a DV cam. Use a Canon. Was it XL1? That's like the ones that we were used to dink around with when we were
Yeah,
younger.
that's like a tape camera.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tape
I don't
camera.
want to use that.
I love the XL1. I think it's a fun camera.
Yeah,
It's a big shoulder one. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like the one thing is in today's industries, everyone thinks that you have to, because like it's the thing, a nice camera equipment is pretty accessible for the most part nowadays.
Right,
You know,
right.
Back
Oh, yeah.
back in the day within the world of film, it was really hard to make a
Oh,
film
yeah.
on 35mm because you didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You didn't have
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
develop it.
And it's
Now-
expensive too. Come
yeah.
on.
And now everyone in the world of digital, they're like, oh, I've got a Panasonic, what is it, a G9, whatever they're called. I don't know
Right,
what
right,
Panasonic's called. Or a
G6
Sony,
airplane.
and a Sony A7 Mark II. They're like, "Oh, it's a god tier camera. It's like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's a good camera, but it's not
Yeah.
like the best thing in the world. Stop acting like your film's gonna be so quality because it's based
Right.
off the camera.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like to get to photography about what's her freaking name? Christina. When I was at Christina is we know her from something, but she does photography, but she's a bartender too, and fucking bitch. Just kidding. just cut that out, right? That
Cut that out.
I was trying to think of her last name, but I won't do that. But anyway, no, but I was at her bar once, and I knew she worked there, but I spaced. But I'm sitting there with friends or whatever, and she's a photographer. She goes, she's seen my Instagram, and she's like, oh, like this is what I can just a dumb girl voice. But she's like, you made the voice up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for Justine.
Justine and Cam a little bit. Yeah. But anyway, so she's like, what do you shoot on? What do you shoot on? And I'm like, are you asking what my pictures are on Instagram? Because that's different than what I shoot on, because she's like, yeah, because it looks cool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, honestly, that's just a film camera. Like, I'm just messing around, I'm just having a good time. And then she's like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, can you not fucking tell it's a film camera? Like,
Yeah.
and then she's like,
Person. She's a
What?
regular person.
right, yeah, and then she goes, oh, what else do you shoot on? You shoot on digital? I'm like, yeah, I shoot on my A6300. She's like, oh, I don't know what that is. I'm like, oh, it's just a little camera, whatever. And then I mainly got it for video, but like, I have a 7D Canon.
Camera.
Canon. But I'm like, and I was gonna just like use that as my. I think because they have the same specs really, but like I think in my opinion, it looks better than the Sony.
Yeah.
But I'm like, really? Am I really gonna go like this? Okay, I'm gonna do photography today. All right, let's go. No, I'm just gonna go like this. Cool, let's go. I don't give a shit. Hey, guess what? It looks just as good, and I do my headshots on it, and I'm like, see ya.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Hey,
Yeah.
you know how to edit. You're doing a good job there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Hey, you get a prime lens. You're doing a good job there. You just have a good one. But
Yeah. I was gonna say something. I can't remember. But hey doggy. Hi doggy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the industry is a very interesting place to say the
Yeah,
least.
I hate it.
Especially, yeah.
I definitely think that
Will Smith definitely deserved an Oscar.
yeah, but I definitely think that the industry is going to radically change once things come back from this whole coronavirus thing.
Yeah.
Just with like how movies are distributed, how frequently we get movies, and like
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, let's do a word from our sponsor real quick. Johnny, go ahead and roll the tape for the sponsor.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chris. And this is your sponsor. And I've got Gage over here. Hey, Gage.
What's up, dude?
Okay, and this is your sponsor.
Everyone, this has been Spicy Milk, and 3, 2, 1.
Ciao, baby.
Baby.